Hey everyone, I'm back with another gameplay video, Domain Zoo. So that's my first video in a couple weeks. I have been playing a bit off stream. I've been playing some other decks, also been playing Zoo, but here we are in the midst of kind of the Lord of the Rings reshaping of the modern format, if you will. So, on MTGO, we got the All Access Pass, so we've got these Lord of the Rings cards everywhere. Obviously, the most powerful is the One Ring. We're also seeing things like Delighted Halfling, seeing some food decks, seeing some Orcish Bowmasters, stuff like that. So I'm going to be playing an MTGO prelim today, and I decided I wanted to play some of the new cards. So we've got our typical Zoo shell. I do have 4 Nishoba Brawlers. I've got my 8 1-drop with Nacatl and Ragavan, very strong. I've got my premium interaction with Stubborn Dial and Bolt. And then in my 2-drop slots, I'm pretty heavy on 2-drops, as we always are with Domain Zoo. We've got Tribal Flames, we've got our creatures. I do still like 4 Nishoba Brawler. You could argue to trim for 3. And then we've got Territorial Kavu. And the new card we're testing is Orcish Bowmasters. So I am playing 3 Orcish Bowmasters. Again, this is a lot of 2-drops in this deck because really Scion of Draco is also a 2-drop. So when you move it over here like this, you're like, okay, we've got 16 1-drops, 19 2-drops, kind of heavy on the 2-drops here. But we're trying out 3 Orcish Bowmasters. This is primarily because I want to test it. The correct number could be 2. It could be 1. I don't really know, but I'm going to go with 3 right now in the 3 flex slots. And what this allows us to do is it's another threat. It's a pretty good flash threat for removing creatures and things like that. And it can also, against certain decks who are trying to draw a lot of cards, it can also help against that to give you a big threat. So we're going to try it out. I've heard a lot of players like Orcish Bowmaster in other decks like Scam, pretty much any deck playing black. So I'm curious to see how it fits in the Domain Zoo shell, since we do have black mana. We can play it pretty frequently. So I'm gonna give it a shot. It is your Orc and your Orc token, as well as the Bowmaster itself, will also get lifelink from Scion of Draco, which means if Scion's in play, then anytime your opponent draws a card other than in their draw step, then you're going to gain 1 life. Because if you read it, Orcish Bowmasters is dealing 1 damage, so that means I do believe you will get lifelink because it's the Bowmaster itself dealing the damage. So that's a nice little bonus. I don't know how relevant it'll be, but that's also nice. Looking at the sideboard, we do have another new card from Lord of the Rings, and that's going to be Reprieve. So this is, in our deck, this is basically strictly better Remand. So Remand was a deck I've played a card I played in the sideboard before. It's very strong against kind of like big mana combo decks, good against Tron, Omnath, Yawgmoth, Creativity, also very good against Cascade, so things like that. Reprieve's a little better because the white plains is a little easier on our mana because we do have basic plains, and the second reason is that it does, since you're returning target spell to its owner's hand instead of countering it, you are getting around things like Cavern of Souls, you're getting around Delighted Halfling, you're getting around pretty much like any sort of uncounterable stuff, which can be pretty relevant, actually. So it works kind of similar to Subtlety in that it gets around the can't be counter clause. We've also got Rest in Peace, which, pretty much the cards we typically have. I do have 1 Lavinia. That's because Living End is really popular right now, and I think like a split of 1 Teferi and 1 Lavinia could be correct. I like bringing in multiple forms of hate against Living End. So you have Rest in Peace, enchantment based. You've also got counters based with Flusterstorm, and you've got a creature and Planeswalker Teferi. And the rest of the sideboard, I do have Wear Tear here. Could be correct to play Natural State. I don't know. We're just playing Wear Tear. So I'm going to take us through an MTGO prelim. If you like this kind of content, you can subscribe to support the channel. Check me out on Twitter and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys for round 1. Okay, starting off with round 1, I am on the draw. Okay, we got the Bowmaster in hand. We don't currently have black mana, so this is a little awkward. Because we go green, blue, red, white. I think this is a keep. And then hopefully we can draw a black source at some point. I might just shock in Breeding Pool here to hold up Stub, depending on the deck. Okay, Ghost Quarter, Aether Vials. Not what I want to see. This could be Death and Taxes, which is a very bad matchup for us. So that's interesting. This is problematic. I don't think we're going to get much value out of Stubborn Denial. We did get Ragavan, which is good, so let's go ahead and play Ragavan. We'll go red-white. He's going to destroy this. I'll get a basic Plains, and then be able to play red-blue the following turn. Or I could get a basic Forest. We'll see. Guess we'll probably get basic Forest. Anyway, I think we'll just leave with Terminal Monkey here. It's going to be more valuable than anything else. I'm expecting Death and Taxes, but I don't actually know what my opponent's on. Thalia, I can kill with a Bowmaster. If I can get a black mana source, okay. Kind of to be expected. Maybe he's waiting for me to play another fetch. I think we attack first. He could Violin a Thalia, which is kind of annoying. Maybe we play the black. So this way we can we can't get an untapped black source though with Flooded Strand. So I do have to be wary of Thalia. I guess he doesn't have mana for Thalia. He needs 2 mana. So he could Violin something, and then I'll trade Ragavan for it. It's not the worst trade. He doesn't have any colored mana currently, so we'll see what he trades. Maybe he'll like Violin a Sentinel or something. I think I'm overall okay with that trade. Again, if this was a flooded, or could get green source, then I get Tomb here, and that's probably what I do. Yeah, that's to be expected. Okay, he gets a Giver. Okay, if he wants to trade Giver here, it's like, I guess fine. So we play Breeding Pool. We play Steam Vents. Play Breeding Pool, get a green source, I guess. So let's just play Kavu. Expecting him to pop that then a turn. Thalia. Okay. So I guess that he's just going to nuke my land. And he's going to Solitude me. Okay. Yeah, this is just like a really horrible matchup. I mean, we can Tribal Flames the Arbiter, but he's going to destroy a land first. So yeah, so I guess we'll just have to try to Tribal Flames Arbiter and then try to grind through this. Not the worst draw. Got 3 cards in hand, so hopefully he just doesn't have lands. I guess he doesn't really need lands with the Vial in play. At some point we will do something. Again, this is such a bad matchup for me. Luckily, my opponent's kind of stumbling here, but like a deck that has all this hate, land hate, just main deck. Okay, he gets a Plains. Is he gonna attack me? Just like, and this card's so good against us too. I just need a Bolt off the top. Yeah, and so right now we're having the issue of we have Bowmasters in hand, but we can't really do anything with it, and these stubs are completely dead. Okay, Kavu is probably good. Just hope he doesn't have like more flicker effects. Savai Triome. Hope he doesn't have like yeah, I don't know, anything else. Yep, there it is. Second Archon. Okay, well, he's gonna keep attacking me with his flyers, but maybe if I draw a Bolt. I don't know. I guess I can just swing through it. So I guess what I'll do, discard these stubs. They're pretty useful at this point. Useless. But he's not gonna win this race unless he's got, a flicker effect or solitude or something. Let's just hope he doesn't. We have Bowmasters too. We're gonna loot away this stub. Let's attack first, loot away stub. See if he has just another removal spell. 3 cards in hand. Okay, another line. We'll play one of these lands, and then keep the other in hand to loot next turn. I don't think I need to play Bowmasters yet. You could argue to play it in case I have to stub something, but I don't know, I think that's so unlikely. So we do have lethal if he doesn't keep these Archons back. So if he doesn't have, I don't think he has a Flicker spell. Third Archon. Okay, I'm still not dead yet though. What a weird game. Okay, he's gonna attack with all 6. Attack 4/6. So you have like a 4th Archon in hand, or something. I'm at 3. Passes. Do you have Solitude or something? Probably. Or like a Scion here to be able to block one of the Archons. Okay, land's pretty useless, so I think we just have to attack with everything on the other plays. I'm expecting a Solitude or something. Yep. Solitude Kavu, and I just lose. Okay, well, like I said, horrible matchup. Not really expecting Death and Taxes in a challenge. Or sorry, in a... Oh. Why did he do that? Because now I can loot. Okay. Kind of confused by that decision. But okay. Oh, yeah, I guess he didn't want me to gain life to have lethal. No one's lethal? Okay. Well, they just lost. Alright. Go to 1. Kill him. We got there. I guess he didn't want me to gain 5 life, because then he wouldn't be able to kill me with Archons. Alright, that's really good to win that game 1 against a terrible matchup. So, what do we want in this matchup? Lavinia could actually be good if they're a Vile deck. Kind of weird, though. Reprieve. I don't know, what are these? Chained is probably good. Wear Tear maybe because he is playing Vile. Tear Asunder, maybe not so good. Let's trim on Tribal Flames here. Oh yeah, we want to trim on Stubs. These are pretty useless, actually. Arguably before even Tribal Flames. Teferi, probably not. Hidetsugu, probably not. I guess the question is Tear Asunder, because he's on Vile, but is that too narrow? Maybe a Reprieve over that, but again, he didn't really do anything. He has like low to the ground threats. Maybe I just cut out all Stubs and keep in 4 Tribal Flames. I just don't like Tribal Flames against land destruction. It gets pretty bad. But like, what is Stub actually going to hit this game? Like nothing. Maybe just Reprieve over Stub. Maybe Teferi over Stub. Maybe Tear Asunder over Stub. Like, maybe this is too narrow. Because Tear Asunder can... I don't know. Something like this. I don't know. Maybe these are too narrow, because like if he just doesn't have Vile, then I just like lose. Or then it's just not that useful to have these. But he could... No, I don't think he had Blood Moon in this deck. We'll see. Bowmasters, I guess, was good there. It gave me another threat with... Kind of comes out of nowhere with the flash. My opponent was really drawing extra cards, though, so... But it was just kind of another threat. Whether that would have been better than like Hexdrinker, probably not, because I could have just played Hexdrinker earlier and then started pumping it. But it was like fine, I guess. Okay, we have Monkey, 2 lands, Wear Tear. I think we keep this. So we can play turn 1 Monkey, and then turn 2 we can potentially Tear. Of course, this is an instance where Natural State would be better, because if he just goes Vile turn 1, then I could like double spell neck the following turn, but we'll see. See if he has the Vile. Okay, it's Giver. It's kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. Of course, this Wear Tear could very possibly be dead. Monkey could be pretty useless here. I'm gonna play it anyway. I'll trade it for a Giver. If he just plays like, I guess Arbiter, then I'm in a lot of trouble. Turn 2. Maybe that's what he's planning on doing. I don't really have a way to play around that though, besides going like green-blue for Nacatl. Yeah, I just don't have a way to play around it, right? Guess he could just play Arbiter, and then I just like lose. Because I can't connect, then I just lose. All right, well, at least if I draw a Bolt though, I can do something, or a Chain. So I guess this is a smart play. So we know he doesn't have Vile in hand, most likely. There's a second land. Okay, so he's not going to be able to Ghost Quarter me. I mean, he is, but it's not as big a deal now. Okay, second Ragavan. So we're going to trade here. I think we might just double spell Ragavan plus Nacatl instead of playing a Brawler. I like that better. I don't know what he has in hand. Maybe Solitude, maybe I'm not sure what 3-drops he plays. Is Arbiter a 3-drop? Maybe I'm wrong about this. So he did mold a 5, so his hand's probably pretty soft. Let's see what he's got. Skyclave Apparition. Okay. So pick what you want here. This is not a... Yeah. So I guess Wear Terror, we're just getting punished for having it in. I mean, I still have Nacatl on board. I'm not in terrible shape, actually. It was good that I double go get Kavu. I think we're just jam Kavu next turn. Although he does have the land destruction, so maybe we just jam Brawler. I guess Brawler will also shrink. I guess we go Kavu. So now we can, depending on what he destroys, we can get either a green source or a white source. Okay. Assuming he's going to destroy something. Yep. So I'm expecting him, I guess, to try Ghost Quarter the other land here. And then I'll get green, and I only have a 2/2, which is kind of unfortunate. He's probably going to do it in response and try to trade something here. Okay, that's interesting. It's actually very good. So we'll play this first. I guess I should have played something first. Discard Wear Tear. I should have maybe played Nacatl first, and I could have double spelled. Okay, get Scion. It's good if it holds. I'm expecting him to Ghost Quarter me. Okay. Again, he can trade with stuff, but I can double spell. Yep. Does he have Solitude too, maybe? So we'll go green, white, Brawler. And hopefully he just has nothing useful in hand. And we keep swinging. Probably loot away the Scion. Another Ghost Quarter. Sarah Paragon. 3/4 is kind of annoying. I think we just have to run everything at it, though. I don't know if we're going to win this, obviously. Attack my lands. Ooh, we might now. Oh, we don't have a mountain anymore. Okay, never mind. We're not going to win this. I mean, it's going to be very hard to win it. He's going to be able to just keep casting Skyclave from his yard or a land destruction thing. Or second Sarah Paragon. Yeah, no, he's going to keep... Yeah. I mean, this is, again, it's turn 6. And he got Sarah Paragon down. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with this matchup. Another Ghost Quarter. So I obviously Domain Zoo against land destruction pretty bad. If I draw a fetch land, maybe not. But he's going to Ghost Quarter again, just in time. Yeah, we're not winning this game. He just was able to slow me down with 2 Ghost Quarters plus Demolition Field. And there's not much I can do about that. Now I can just like replay Giver. I can't cast anything. I needed a fetch land there, and I could have chained the Sarah Paragon. But he would have probably destroyed the land and gotten it back, so there's not much I can do there. Maybe this isn't that good against them, but... Oh, I guess you can just destroy basics with it too. All right, I'm just going to concede. Okay, playing against one of the worst... I would say this is probably the worst matchup for Domain Zoo. Maybe not. Maybe one of the top 2, but I tried to race him. Wasn't quite fast enough. I think Wear Tear is not good. I don't know what is good. Tribal Flames, maybe. I don't know that Reprieve is good. Maybe it is. Like, there's nothing I can stub, so... Lavinia could be good. Okay, I guess we'll just keep this. We don't have, like, Hushbringer or something that would help us in this kind of matchup. Maybe Tear Asunder. It's better on the play. This is a really weird hand. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. This 5-lander that does, like, literally nothing. This is better. Put back, Breeding Pool. If he Solitudes me, it's not great, I guess, because I only have 1 threat, but I don't think I ship this hand. And if he just plays a blocker, then I can just bolt it. Hopefully it doesn't just like Ghost Quarter me to Oblivion. Okay. I could bind this. The problem with, I guess, Chained is he could get back the Forge Tender. Maybe I just bind this because I'm not really doing much else this turn. Get a Triome, bind him. You could still have Solitude in hand, obviously. See if it Solitudes me. Yep. Maybe I should have chained him. I guess I don't need attack here. He'll prevent all the damage. Still have another removal spell for whatever his next spell is, though, so I'm not too worried. So he doesn't have Solitude. There's Demolition Field, but not... Okay, there's Vial. Turn late on the Vial. I really want these bolts to go face, but I guess I'm just so worried about Demolition Field getting his cards back. So yeah, Solitude. Fortunately, he can start just blowing up my lands next turn, and there's not much I can do about it. Looks like he does. Yep. Okay. Well, now we're just in the tough position. If he just blows up my lands, then I can't ever cast the Scion, and we just lose. So this is kind of unfortunate. This, again, just a tough matchup, I think. I don't know how to deal with it. I need a 3rd land. I have a hard time. He has only 2 cards in hand, so maybe he doesn't have a 3rd land. So I can get the Scion down. He does not. Okay. Okay, that's not that big a deal. Again, we're hoping he... So no 3rd land. He could have Skyclave Apparition, which would be bad. There's my third land. Can't search anything right now. Could chain this right now. Do I need to, though? I guess he'll start blowing up my lands. But I guess he can blow up my lands and then get Arbiter back anyway. So... Maybe chain's just not good against land destruction. It's quite possible. Another Forge Tender, which I don't really care about. Land destruction decks. Just hoping he doesn't hit another land. 2 cards in hand. No third land. Path to Exile. And I can't search my library, okay? Pretty good. Does he have the third land too? No, he does not. Alright, I mean, I don't know how we're winning this game. Realistically. I mean, I have double Tribal Flames, but I basically have to chain here. Obviously, he can blow it up. You can just sack the Forge Tender for Tribal Flames, so not much use in doing that. Alright, yeah. I mean, it's just... I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I just don't have sideboard answers for this. He still hasn't gotten the third land, so he probably has like Skyclave Apparition or something in hand. I think if there's a reason to crack this now. I guess it would allow him to destroy another land. Okay. It's not helping me at all. So now we just have to probably Tribal Flames him to get him to crack, to get the Forge Tender, or I can grab Jegantha. Or I don't know, we're just not. I just think it's going to be really hard to win. Maybe it's smarter to grab Jegantha because I draw a Binding, or why he didn't even sack it. Take it up to 3, so it keeps that 3, so no Paragon in hand. Nothing playable in hand. No Forge Tender, he would have played it. I'm not sure what he would have. Another Arbiter, he would have played it. Maybe he has another Path to Exile, probably. Okay, Kavu's good. Where is it? See if he just has another path. Problem is he can just wall Kavu. So we just wait. He can wall Kavu with Forge Tender. Seemingly no removal spell. Third land eventually will happen, but... So he'll get the Arbiter. Okay, there's Ghost Quarter, also third land. Okay, that was expected. Do we want a second? I guess we'll get a second White Source. Again, we can't really do anything with this. Could bolt the Giver now. Could bolt him now. And we bolt the Giver. He can give protection. Or do we just loot away one of these spells? I think we wait. Okay. This is so annoying. I don't know how to win this game. Like, do I Bolt the Giver? And then what happens? He still has like 2 sources to protect him from red. So I Bolt the Giver, Travel Flames him, or I can just try to put both to face. Could Bolt the Giver now, but he still has the Forge Tender. What does that accomplish? See if he sacks the Forge Tender. Yep. So now I don't really know what to do because, like, to play Jegantha, I need to be able to crack a fetch, which I'm still pretty far away from doing. Let's just grab Jegantha, I guess. Oh, I could have paid 2 to get a land, actually. That would have been smart. Yeah, I think that would have been smarter to get the 5th land. Maybe not. Does he have Solitude? If you go, yeah, he has Solitude. Okay. Again, unfortunate that we got this match. This is not a meta matchup. It's not a very common matchup. It's just also an extremely bad matchup. Very, very, very hard for my deck to deal with. I mean, you saw we basically lucked out in game 1, but you combine land destruction with exile effects, with everything else, and I just can't deal with it. Like, now I have no red sources, so... And he just, you know, fries my land every turn. Cool. We'll play it. You should Violent Solitude. Oh, I guess this doesn't stop Vile, so this was stupid. Because now I can just Solitude it. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I thought this stopped Vile. It doesn't, so it was a waste of time. Okay. I'm I don't know, it's just frustrating. I'm trying to like test for meta matchups and stuff, and then you end up like getting game 1 match, you know, match 1 again in a tournament against a deck like that. So don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I mean, I can go back. Maybe there's some better gameplay lines. Like Chain to the Rocks maybe isn't good in this matchup. On the other hand, I think I need the creature removal, but there's nothing I have in this deck that's good for this matchup, really. Like, he's got Vile. You can argue that I should have, like I said, maybe kept in Tear Asunder to kill the Vile. Maybe shouldn't have brought in Lavinia, but Lavinia does stop stuff. I thought it stopped Vile. I didn't know that. So probably instead of Lavinia, maybe I bring in Tear Asunder. Maybe I can slow him down by just killing his Vile. But at the same time, I'm not applying pressure. And, you know, he just had answers for all my creatures, and I didn't draw more creatures. So I just am not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do there. And he got multiple Forge Tenders in 2, which, you know, was a problematic card for me. So whatever, I guess I'll see you guys for round 2. All right, we're back for round 2. Looks like I'll be on the play this time. First loss was to Death and Taxes, so hopefully we can pick up the win here. Playing against Benihana 88. I've got the 1-lander, so I'm going to mulligan this on 7. This hand's much better. So we can put back Stub, or we can put back Binding. I think I'm going to put back Stub with this hand. We are on the play, but I think... You could argue to hold up Stub, because Ragavan connects... then Stub could be useful. We're on the play, so Stub could be better, but I think I'm going to keep Binding up, so I think I'm going to put back Stub. Could also argue to put back Nacatl, maybe, but I think for this way, in case the opponent puts a blocker down turn 1 to stop Ragavan, then I can deal with it Binding. So we can get a nice curve out here. We're going to lead off with Sacred Foundry. Again, I'm keeping my Windswept Heath because I would like to use it to potentially get an Overgrown Tomb in a future turn, so I want that flexibility. Foothill, although we do have green and white, I just like Windswept Heath because they can get both my basics, so I just want to hold on to this in case, depending on the matchup, it might be relevant, be able to get basic forest or basic plains. Okay, let's see what my opponent is on. They did keep 7. Okay, Misty Rainforest. So we have 2 options here. It could be Living End, or it could be an Omnath deck. Either way, it's good to have Monkey on the play, but that's going to dictate what's going on here. If it is Living End, then Stub would have been much better. Bolt's kind of not that great against Living End, but could be good. He might just go Ren 6 next turn. Could go Solitude this turn. Doesn't look like he will. So I'm thinking Living End most likely. See what Exile. Okay, Rhinos. Huh, interesting. He probably wanted that Fire Ice. So we do have to be a little bit wary of Fury here, but I think I'm just going to jam and pray. Obviously, he could, like, Fury me plus Dead Gone, but I think he would have Fury turn 1 Ragavan, so I just don't think he has it. Classic crack the fetch in response to me doing stuff. Okay. Catria Triome. Not expecting a Blood Moon here. Obviously, he could still do it. I think we just want a double spell here. I think he would have Fury turn 1. I just don't think you take that Ragavan hit. Obviously, he could now Fury, you know, you get the 2 for 2 on me if he does have Fury, but I think I'm just gonna be aggressive here. With Rhinos coming down, the binding will be good. Bolt maybe less so, but you know, just try to race him. He's still 2 turns away from Rhinos, if that's what he's on, which I assume it is. So let's see if he has the Fury or not. I figured he would have used a turn 1. Usually you don't take that hit from Ragavan. But I could be wrong. Like, obviously it's bad if you just Fury Tear, and then I'm not in great shape. Okay, does not have it. Maybe he's going to try to ice something. Or maybe he does have it still. A second main phase. Nope. Could have another dead. Nah, he would have used Dead Gone. So I wonder what he kept in hand that's so good. He could be trying to Blood Moon me. Basic Plains is useful. Do I want to play Basic Plains now? I don't think there's a reason to. Expecting some kind of removal spell here. Okay. Not sure what to expect then. Exile to Foothills. Play a Plains. Could grab Jegantha here. We're kind of far away from casting it. Like, I'm trying to think of what scenario where I would need Binding up instant speed or Bolt up instant speed, and I don't have a great one. He could force my Binding, which would be bad, and maybe the Jegantha's not that relevant. On the other hand, if I draw another land, I can cast Jegantha. So maybe let's just get Jegantha here. This could be incorrect because, like, it's bad, I guess, if he could be holding up Force in hand, which is probably what he has. So if he forces my Binding, it's pretty bad for me. He can hold on to a Rhino and wall me. So you could argue to hold on to Binding for that reason in case he has exactly Shardless. Again, he could Blood Moon me. I don't really care at this point. If he wants to spend a turn Blood Mooning me, he can do that. Okay. It is Rhinos with that mana base. So I'm expecting an Outburst. You could have Force backup, eat a couple creatures. Do I care that much about that? I don't know. See if I stub. 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 I would like stub, please. That is not a stub. All right, we just attack into what is most likely an ambush, and that's okay. I don't think holding it here is very smart. I'm going to try to push through this damage. Yep. If he has Force too. See what he's got. Okay, he's got the Rhinos. Revealed. Force Negation, Forest, Otawara. Okay. Become Immense as the meme, I guess, kind of bounce card. I'm happy to let him pitch a Force here. Yep. See how he blocks. Trade there. Interesting. So he's going to take the hit from Monkey. Okay. Could have another force. Does not. Garden tap. So if you just go shardless again, it's not great for me. Or he goes, you know, if he has second, he's got 4 cards in hand. So he probably has another piece of another Cascade spell. Right now I can't deal with. Next turn I can cast Jegantha though, and that can start eating Rhinos. Fiery Islet. So he doesn't have any other lands in hand. Again, I'm expecting another outburst here. Would like a Tribal Flames off the top, please. We could just attack. I expect him to outburst. He taps out, and I play Jegantha Ragavan again. Since we just drew another Ragavan. If I didn't draw this other Ragavan, I wouldn't do this, but I don't know. It's fine. I don't want him to be able to hold up Dispute for Jegantha. So this stops him from being able to do that. Yep. So no Blood Moon, which makes it easier for me, it looks like. You gotta become immense, Brazen Bar, things like that. So I'm not sure what is in his hand. It could be another Cascade spell. Could be Dispute. Good thing I got this Jegantha, though. Subtlety? That'd be bad. Okay. Another Monkey. Could argue to maybe hold it for dashing purposes, but I don't think so. I don't think he hasn't had Fire Ice up to this point. If he has it, he has it. It means he's not using it on Jegantha. I will have to eat one of his Rhinos. He actually can't attack with both unless he has a third outburst. We'll see what he does here. Or shardless. So he's probably going to try to double block Jegantha. Maybe he has a third outburst. I don't know if there's much I can do about that at this point. Or likely not. So really trying to think about attacking here. He could trade. If he has a third outburst, he could trade with Jegantha. Let me see how many flip, though. There's one. He could have a third one. It seems unlikely. I think I have to block here. Again, he could have something else. I could try a double block here in case he... Look, I'm trying to think if there's any reason to not just double block here. Blows me out with like Binding, but he would already use it. He obviously has a Shardless or something in hand. Third outburst. Yep, third outburst. So I didn't think he would have that, given that I don't think he shuffled since he cast it, but it is what it is. Just not much I can do against 3 outbursts in a row. I don't have any sweepers main deck. I think I have to make this block. But obviously it's not great for me. I need a Tribal Flames off the top. And him to not have another force. So we need basically Tribal Flames off the top. Okay, we're just going to keep trading with Rhinos, I guess. Go to 1. He has 1 outburst left in the deck. Dead to fire no matter what. Probably Brazen Barber here to win the game. Fury, maybe. Yeah, Fury. Okay. All right. Okay. Game 1 against Rhinos. We do have hate for this. I don't know if Lavinia is actually good. It's good against Rhinos, but I guess we're going to bring it in. So, Teferi, Lavinia, Hidetsugu, Fluster, Reprieve. Oh, not rest in peace. I don't think he's on Blood Moon. I didn't see it. He could bring it in, but looks like he's kind of on like Binding and that sort of game plan. Bolt's probably not great. I'm trying to remember how I usually sideboard against Rhinos. I haven't played it in a while. So take out 2 Nacatls. Take out 2 bolts. Okay. Second bolt. 2 Nacatl. I don't know if Bowmaster is actually good in this matchup because he's not really drawing extra cards. So I guess we'll take those out, even though it is the new hotness I want to test. I think we trim on 1-drops just because of Hidetsugu. Again, I don't know if he's on Moons. That'd be a reason to trim on Nacatl. Could trim on a Brawler. Kind of like Brawler in this matchup, though. Maybe something like this. All right, so we're on the play this time against Rhinos. I didn't see Blood Moon. Maybe he'll bring it in. I don't think so. Ooh, this hand's awful. This hand's also awful. Guess we'll go to 5. And I guess we'll keep this hand. Bolt's pretty dead. Tribal Flames, it's good. Second Time's probably better. This hand might just be slow, but it is what it is. Because unfortunately, okay, and it's Gemstone Caverns. We're probably just going to lose now. Because I can only, the fastest I can do is play turn 2 Scion of Draco. Now you can go with turn 2. Yeah, and now he can just go turn 2 Rhinos. And this is like, it's just hard to beat that clock. I don't think I was supposed to keep Tribal Flames. I think I need the Scions to apply pressure. If I draw Kavu, I'm in pretty good shape. But I'm just expecting him to have Fury and then kill the first Scion and then go Outburst. Or, go Shardless. And I'm in, like, really bad shape. Well, not in really bad shape, but it's just hard to... Yeah, anytime your opponent has Gemstone Caverns and they're on Rhinos, it's just hard to deal with. Like, now I'm basically, like, me being on the draw again. And... maybe this is too fair of a hand to keep, but I think on a mold of 5, I just have to do it. He could also just ice me here, and then I just, like, lose. So if he does ice me, I want to still be able to play Binding. So let's go with Zagoth Triome here. You just ice. Looks like it. Okay, no ice. All right, so we're actually going to play Kavu here because I don't want it to get Furied. And the next turn I can play my Scion. Also, oh, well, I just said what I was going to do, and I did the wrong thing. So now I can just Fury my Scion, and also Kavu can't block a Rhino. This is kind of bad for me. That was stupid. Kavu's much better in this situation. 5/5 can wall a Rhino. Yeah, that was bad. I don't know. I said it out loud, and then I did something else, literally. So It's bad for me. Let's hope he doesn't have the Fury on turn 3 to punish me maximally. He probably does. So I think we want another land, because then we can go Kavu plus Binding, which is powerful. Yep. So, I mean, that's obviously, like, it's going to be a hard game no matter what, but that really didn't help me. I could have punched in Kavu for 5 damage. That was so bad for me. It's just have Shardless now. I only got 3 cards in hand. That's the upside. But I don't have much going on right now. Yeah, so he's got Shardless. So I would have liked to have a Kavu on board, and that could have blown him out potentially. Okay, we do get that, but it doesn't allow me to hold up Binding and Kavu, so maybe we just go Scion again and then hold up Binding. I don't know if I like that, though. I don't know. I don't know what's correct here. I just gotta hope he doesn't have it. And if he does, then I'll eat a Rhino. I guess I didn't need a shock there, so now I'm just showing that I have permission up. So maybe the bluff will work. He's got 3 cards in hand. Yeah, I wish I hadn't played Kavu last turn. Could have been attacking this turn. And then I could have potentially blown him out with, you know, I could have bind, if he tried double block Rhinos, then I bind one of them, and then I do really well. And that would have actually been very nice. I would have been done 5 damage this turn, so that's like, again, I don't know what to do. It is what it is. You misplay. You know, click the wrong thing and you lose the match. Yep. Yeah, so, like, I mean, if you just imagine this would have been a Kavu attacking 5/5 first strike trample, he probably would have tried double block it, and I would have been able to bind one of them. And yeah, that was so bad for me that I did that sequence. And then now I just, like, shock for no reason. So now he can just go Outburst again and smash into my Rhinos. Oh, God, I'm so mad at myself. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Maybe we can fight our way out of this. He just doesn't have anything else in hand. He's just gonna ice me. Blood Moon. Okay. Yep. I mean, I didn't think he was playing Binding with a Blood Moon with Gemstone Caverns, and Become Immense and stuff like that. But I didn't have a fetch land, so I didn't have a way to do that. Play around that. Well, that was a very quick loss, unfortunately. I could have, again, we could have been in better shape, but I could have had a Scion on board still, but then he would have feared me plus Blood Moon me on turn 3. And I don't know what any, like, basic planes, I guess, could keep me alive. So that misclick, I would have been in better shape, but it's, like, hard. I don't know. I guess I didn't see any permission. There's my permission just in time. Okay. Well, we got dunked on here. You know, with that miss sequence, I could have done a little better, but I don't know. I didn't see a stub. I didn't see a fluster. I don't think I was supposed to keep 7 with just Flusterstorm, and I guess I could try to find a basic planes, so I have to attack and then loot away something. Stubby D maybe. So I need exactly basic planes. I still lose though. I would have to bind a Rhino. Okay, Heath doesn't do it. Yeah. All right. So we're 0-2. Yeah. Again, we had that misclick this game, so that was unfortunate. I would have been in probably much better position. Would have at least gotten like a loot or something. I guess he could have gone turn 2 Blood Moon, but then it would probably shut him off from casting his stuff. So I don't think he would have done that. I think he would have just taken 5 damage. I could have gotten a loot. I could have looted maybe into the stub or something like that, and been in better shape. I could have had more board presence. He wouldn't have been able to Fury my creatures that turn. So that was certainly bad, although I don't know. I think I still might have lost because, it's hard to deal with turn 2 Outburst, turn 3 Blood Moon, like, for my deck. That's just not, if obviously it's different. If I got a fetch land, I could fetch a basic forest here, and go with that, but I only got the first 2 lands were fetch lands. I needed to get 5 types to play Scion or make a 5/5 Kavu, so I think this is just a game where I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to win these last 2 games. I'd have to rewatch the video. Maybe there's a way, there's some better lines I could have taken, but we're 0-2, so not a great start. Hopefully we can finish out with a 2-2. All right, we are back for round 3, 0-2. Tough start, but we'll see if we can get a win here. This hand's awkward with the land, so we're going to mulligan this. Question is, do I keep this or not, right? I think I'm probably going to keep put back a Ragavan, and then I have to go Savai Triome turn 1. We'll see if I draw another fetch land, then we can start, then we'll be cooking. If not, it's kind of debate of, do I go Ragavan turn 1, only have 3 types. So we could just be against Burn. Suspend Riftbolt. Okay, so I could play Nacatl to eat a Riftbolt. He probably doesn't have a, he could have something like, I think we're just going to fetch land pass. And the reason is, I think he would have played a creature turn 1 if he had one. And he could have Searing Blaze in hand, which is just so bad if I just like play Nacatl into getting Searing Blaze. So I think I'm going to get my Triome here, and then we'll have 4 types, and then following turn I can probably double spell Nacatl plus Ragavan. I think that's a strong start. I'm guessing he just has a bunch of spells in hand. He did mold to 5, I believe, so could be why he doesn't have a creature. I mean, I could be wrong, and he just didn't want to, but I think you always turn 1 Goblin Guide if you have it, and even Swift Spear, you turn 1 Swift Spear if you have it when you're playing Burn. Okay, suspends the Riftbolt. We shouldn't take a whole lot of damage from our lands this turn, which is good. Or this game, rather. I'm at 17. Skira. 14. Riftbolt again. So let's get our Savai Triome. I think it's better to play Nacatl plus Ragavan. We could play Kavu, but I think it's better to just double spell here. Than to play Brawler and have it potentially die to like 1 removal spell. Because he could, again, have be worried about the land one with the stuff. We don't have any permission or anything in hand, but we can go Ragavan plus Nacatl, and then maybe next turn Kavu. We don't draw another land. I think that's smart. So he has 2 cards in hand. So I'm guessing it's something like, he did go suspend a Riftbolt again, which he could just have like bolts in hand and then just try to burn me out next turn. He could have something like Boros Charm in hand, and he just wanted to be mana efficient this turn to be able to use Skewer. We have the creatures to wall threat, especially Nacatl can be good to trade with Swift Spear or something like that. So I don't think I need to like hold up Bolt at this point. I just need to get my threats down. Turn 2, I'm already at 13 life, and I've only fetched once. I didn't even shock at all against Burn. Okay, opponent is taking his time. All right, and then we're going to go Monkey, cast. We could have Dash Monkey, but like I don't think that accomplishes that much. I'd rather just have the Monkey on board. Because I can dash and then play Nacatl and do 2 damage, but I think I'd rather just get some more pressure on board. Next turn, we could play Nacatl plus Bolt. We could play Kavu. We could play Brawler. We have a lot of options. And let's see if he directs one of these as a removal spell to creature. I don't think he will unless he top decks a creature. No, he's going to just go face. So we're still not dead even if he has 3 burn spells. Boros Charm. Skull Crack. Okay. It's not too bad. So now we can start applying some pressure. And in fact, we can go Kavu plus Nacatl. We just have to hope we can hold on. Exile Riftbolt. So we're going to go Kavu, Nacatl, I think we have lethal next turn. We can live long enough to tell the tale. 7, 10, 12. Yeah, we have lethal. So he needs 3 Boar's Charm plus Bolt. Searing Blaze will not do it. Okay, Searing Blaze is the Nacatl. Bolt a creature. Bolt me. Put me at 1. Okay, he's in top deck mode. Okay, so we want to attack first, loot away the Ragavan. Okay, Nacatl. What's that 1? Skewer. Okay, we got there. It's nice to get a game 1 win against Burn. And let's look at what we're going to bring in here. So I think we want Bowmasters. Like, I guess they do draw a lot of cards. I guess Bowmasters could be okay. We definitely want to bring a couple more Flusterstorms in. And that's probably it. We could bring in Chain, but it's kind of narrow. Like today they didn't have a turn. Let's take out a couple Brawlers. I wonder if Bowmaster is worse than Brawler. They do draw cards by cracking their lands, so... And I guess I can chump creatures with the Bowmaster, so we'll try something like this. Maybe I'm supposed to like trim a Brawler, like keep a Brawler in. Okay, I think we keep this hand against Burn. Pretty good. I don't know if we'll be shocking to like bolt him or things like that. We might just eat it the first turn. Although I can't double spell as well, so we're going to see how my opponent starts out. I think we have to keep this, though. So go Swift Spear. So I'll get Fetch Shock to Bolt Swift Spear. That's not necessarily great to do. So I have options here, right? I could play Monkey, and that plays into the... it's really bad if he has just Searing Blaze. I could bolt the Swift Spear, but I'm taking 3 just to do that, which isn't a great exchange. But then that sets me up the following turn to maybe play Monkey and then get a Triome. Kind of just depends. I just think playing Monkey this is bad because like I won't even trade it if he has another burn spell, which he most likely does, and it's very bad against Searing Blaze. Okay, we have burn for days, but see if we'll get to deploy it. So I think I'm going to Fetch Shock here, as painful as it feels. And then next turn, set up for a Monkey plus Triome maybe, and then we'll have what we need. We have a lot of burn damage, but I think I need to slow down the Swift Spear, and I don't think putting out Monkey to get Searing Blazed is the best play. So he did play Swift Spear turn 1, so that means probably no Goblin Guide in hand. So I'm guessing he just has a bunch of burn spells in hand. Could have second Swift Spear. I am going to just main phase this because I don't want him to be able to double spell next turn. And get a Swift Spear too big. So we'll just do that. Did take some damage doing that, but I think we have our play set up next turn. If he just goes land go, then or fetch land go, then I'm expecting him to play something else. And I'll probably still play Monkey though. I have a lot in hand, and we'll see. See if he has a second threat. Okay. Okay, Skullcrack's not that scary. We do get Scion. I think we're just gonna play Monkey. Play land. Pass turn. Next turn we can play Brawler or Scion or Tribal Flames. We have a bunch of options. I think this is better than Fetch Shocking and then Dashing. Doesn't really get me anywhere. Spends Revolt. Land. Okay. Like a counter, please. See if he tries to burn me right now. Question is whether to play Brawler or Scion. Brawler's 1 more damage, but Brawler does die to a Bolt or like any of his removal spells, which is kind of bad, so it might be better to play Scion. but I have to do the calculations on if I have lethal, because I'm going to try to set up for a, I guess that would be a turn 5 double Tribal Flames with the treasure tokens to potentially win the game there for 10 damage. So let's see if we can get there. So we want to get our Zagoth Triome to get 5 types. See if he tries to do anything. He does not. Okay, Stub is good. So hopefully we can connect with Monkey, play Scion, hold up Stub. That's very strong. I think I want Scion. Instead of Brawler. I want him to bolt my Brawler. Okay, we get Searing Blaze, which he probably wanted. Let's just play Scion. We're not going to play Searing Blaze. We don't have a creature to target. Alright, so let's see if we can stabilize here. I'll probably use a Stub on pretty much anything. Okay, he's drawing a card. That's a good sign for me. So right now, I can do 6. See what he targets here. I'm going to wait for a 2. I'll take that 3. I want like Helix or something. Bloodstained Mire. So now he's going to do the whole landfall thing. I probably will stop this. Okay, skewers me down to 6. Okay. So if this Searing Blaze, I'll stub that. Fortunately, we're probably going to die here. I guess I'll just stub this to not lose. I was waiting for a 2-mana spell, but okay. Still not the game yet. All right, well, we're dead to any burn spell, but it's just kind of one of those games. You did what you could. Opponent just had a lot of gas. Oh, actually, we can win. No, I think we're 1 away from winning. Sigh. So if I played Brawler, I could have won. Right? Because I can go to 2, get a basic forest, and then I could have double Tribal Flames him, and we would have had exactly lethal. But I still think this is the smart, but I don't know. I guess I did just miss lethal. It's unfortunate. So we could go Heath. That's 6. So I guess we want to try to not die to... We go to 2. I don't think there's a difference between 2 and 3. So I think we'll just get a forest here. And then play our Brawler. I mean, we're probably just dead to... It's unfortunate. Like, I would have had exactly lethal if I played the Brawler. So maybe that was correct to calculate. And yeah, it would have been game. But so, you know, I think the downside of him being able to kill my Brawler with a bolt was too bad. But I figured it was more likely he draws a creature than has exactly that in hand. Like, it's so bad for me. Okay, well, we got maximum punished for our lines. Maybe it was smarter. I just thought him, I guess, playing against the top deck creature, I would have lost to, and he has 8 in his deck. So I think that's still more likely than the number of the crack lands he has. It just ended up being like so bad. Like, I guess the chances were higher that he had one of those in hand. Okay, sounds good. I think we're just gonna fetch shock. Get our green blue now. If he has Swift Spear, it's gonna be kind of annoying. Just let go though. His Goblin Guide, okay. And we're fetch shocking a lot, but I think on the play you kind of have to get some pressure on board. And then now we can untap with WD and Fluster up, so we're in pretty good shape. We should be. You can't Searing Blaze this. You could just go like Path or something like that, but that's what it is. You can't get through with any creatures. If he goes Swift Spear, I probably block. Bad if he just like has Bolt or something. But I guess he's like 2-for-1 himself, and I just have to live with that. Path. Yep. Okay, well now we're out of threats, so we'll see how this goes. He's playing much more defensively. Okay. But I'm already at 11, so this is like, I guess, again, getting max punish for my lines. Do I want Tribal Flames for 4? Or just wait? I think I want to wait in case he plays a threat and I can bolt it. Could put Jegantha in the hand. I don't think that's correct, though. Already at 11. I've done nothing, so we might just lose this game. Just not having creatures again. Okay. Do we want to bolt him end of turn? Seems like he doesn't have any creatures, so I guess we will. We would like a threat, please. Okay. We can't cast that threat. Don't know. Tribal Flames again doesn't accomplish much. It's mana efficient. So I guess we're getting a little punished with a few times now we've played Bowmasters. Yeah, I guess I'm just regretting last game not playing Brawler, because like at least if my Brawler eats a bolt, it's 3 damage that he wasn't doing to my face, so I'd be at a higher life total then. So I think playing Brawler there was more correct, because I should have done the math, and I was 1 point short of lethal. So I think that was a punt. I think I was supposed to play Brawler there and just say, hey, if he gets bolted, that's 3 damage that I'm not taking, so we'll take it, because it would have set me up for exactly the win. And you know, we got maximally punished, but it's what it is. Now we're just kind of in bad shape. We don't have double. There's argument to get Jegantha here, I guess, but like we don't. I guess we can't hold up double here anyway, so let's just grab Jegantha. You could also argue to Tribal Flames for 4. I guess, I don't know. Jegantha's not going to be relevant. I mean, this game's over. Like, my opponent's just going to be able to burn me out, and I'm just kind of in trouble. Guess we just fluster this while we can. Could argue to wait for something else. You argue wait for a 2-mana spell, but I think this is fine. Would like a Brawler. So we could just be dead here to like double Boros Charm. You would need exactly land double Boros Charm, but we're probably just dead anyway. We haven't applied any pressure. If we draw another threat, I guess we could be in okay shape holding up Stub. But like, it's hard for me to get black mana at this point. And he gets Goblin Guide now, so maybe I shouldn't use that bolt earlier. And second Goblin Guide. All right, that's the game. So I can Tribal Flames one of them. Man, we just got so dunked on here. Get a land. Get a bolt, but I don't have double red, so we just probably lose. Frustration. So we get the bolt. Again, I still don't have a black source. I have to hold up Stub, I guess, so we can bolt one of these Goblin Guides. And the alternative is to shock, go to 2. I'm dead to a removal spell. I don't think that's the right move. think we play Steam Vents tapped. Then we pass the turn. Oh man, I'm so mad. I should have calculated. I don't know. You can put in the comments if you think that was the incorrect play to play a Scion over Brawler, but I mean, I just got maximally punished for it, so it is what it is. Okay, we got a land. We got a monkey. Only one red source. Problem. Both my basics are already in play, which is also a problem. We go to 2, and we're probably just dead to a burn spell. So now we're in trouble because we can't even hold up SWD, so we just have to hope he bricks. Right? Or we play Ragavan, hold up Stub, but Stub's not doing anything. So what am I dead to? So we can play Jegantha. I'm dead to top deck burn spell no matter what, right? So we might as well just do this. Right, because I can't get a basic now, so I can't hold up Stub too. So we just need our opponent to brick a lot, but he might already have a bolt in hand. Oh man, that's so frustrating. All right, well, we went over 3, so I don't know if I'm going to post this video. Maybe I still will, but it's just tough. I feel like we just lost. I don't know. You know, I'm playing like I'm hoping to see some of the ring decks and stuff with stuff like Stub, even like Bowmasters main deck, things like that. And like I end up playing against Rhinos, Death and Taxes, and Burn. And so maybe you could say I wasn't supposed to like fetch shock as much, but I don't know. They just had removal for my first 2 creatures, and then I didn't draw another one I could cast. So